Hello friend, welcome to Salesforce CRMA video session 206. So basically in today's video, we will actually understand about the Upsert operation. Like previous video, we took the example of standard account and how how we upserted records, basically, updated as well as inserted records in the Salesforce external log. Today we will do the same thing. We will do it for contact records. Okay. So first, let's understand what we are going to do. So let me do one thing. Let me open the data export. This is my Salesforce CMS internal log. Okay, EACOM. Here, let's say I write something like, okay, these are all the records which I have, which is fine. Now, let me very quickly check in the contact what are the fields which we can delve upon. So I will go to contacts. I will click on new. Okay, here I have name, last name, account name, lead source, yeah, lead source, level, level and shift preference. Let me check for level and shift preference. Okay, I have all these records, which is cool. Now I will do the same thing for my external. Okay, so I have this external with me. Okay, that's already there. This is taking too much time. That is strange. What is happening? Select ID, comma name. About the shift preference, it seems it's not there, I guess. Oh, sorry, this field is not there. That is fine. So here I have all these things. That is lead. I have total of 32 records. Okay, that is cool. I have a total of 32 records. Now, one interesting thing what I see is that I have a few records where my lead source is null. If you see, right, I have a few records where my lead source is null. So what I will do is where, let's say I write lead source is null. I think, yeah, this is not the way it is. We have to write equal to null. Okay, I think equal to null will work out. So as you can see, I have three records where my lead source is equal to null. And if you see here I have two records where my lead source is equal to web. I mean, that's only visible. I'm not writing that query. Here it is seen that two lead sources are having this web. Okay, that is cool. And let me check how many records are there with web. Okay, so I have a total of 6 records. Okay, so we will understand what we are going to do for the contact. Okay, so firstly, what I will do is basically insert in external log. Okay, insert in external log the lead source equal to web from internal log. Okay, fine. So that will come to how many records I have? As you can see here, I have two records. Okay, so two records are there. So two records will get inserted. Okay. Secondly, what I'm going to do is update in external log. Insert to a let me write insert to. Okay, insert to external log. Here also it will be two. Insert to external log, and here update in external log lead source equal to null to lead source equal to web. Okay, and how many records will be updated? So basically there will be, I think there was 3 records. Yeah, 3 records will get updated. Okay, That means I will be inserting two records. Straight away, I will be inserting two records, and there will be a update of three records. Which means right now, if I write web lead source equal to web, right? So I have a total of six records. So if I insert two records, it will be eight. Okay. If I insert two records, it will be eight. And if I update three records, it's going to be 11. So total right now you see six, but it will happen to 11 records once I perform this complete operation. Okay. So that's the purpose of this one. Now, how will I upsert it? So I have to upsert it. Basically, I have to insert and update both the stuff simultaneously. Okay. Both the conditions simultaneously. So firstly, let me very quickly go to the data manager and recipe. In the meanwhile, I deal with recipe. I will just quickly run the sync, okay, just to ensure there is no data drift and the data is completely consistent. So here I will just run the data sync. Let me go for full sync, not an issue. I think it will anyhow take time for me to run the recipe, so that is fine. And here also let me run this sync, okay. Great. Let this to run. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure if I can utilize the session 28. Okay, cool. So let me utilize this section. So firstly, what I will do is I will bring in the internal contact. Okay. So here I will go for contact, of course, and I'll be taking in the name. Okay. Only the name, and I'll be taking in the lead source, right? So I'm taking the name and lead source. Okay. This is my internal one. And here I'm going to filter out for my lead source equal to web. Okay. So here lead source will be equal to web. Okay. That is fine. And now once again, I will go for external contact. I hope the data ran successfully. Okay, I will check it. This is my Salesforce external. You always need to check the location in case you have more than two orgs with you. So here I will just take the ID and lead source. Maybe I can take the name also. That is fine. Okay. So this is my internal contact. This is my external contact. Just so that there's no confusion. Internal contact, and here it will be external contact. Okay. Now this is the filter, and here what I'm going to do is here, of course, here also I need to apply filter. I have to apply filter for lead source is null. Okay, so directly I will go for lead source is null. That is fine. That's strange. No data is available. That is very strange. Let's see what's the issue. Let me refresh the preview and let me check it over here. What is the issue which is going on? I'm not sure why I'm getting lead source equal to it. I think probably in the sync I have applied certain filters, I guess. So what I will do is I will quickly check it once over here if there is certain filters which is applied. If that is the case, then I have to remove those filters. Okay. So I see under monitor section, I think this ran successfully, but in the preview, since nothing is coming up, let me see what is the filter which is applied. So I can see one filter. Let me see if it is ID not equal to or is it something else. If it is something else, I have to change the filter. Okay. Clicking on next. Okay, I see level equal to null. Okay. So I will write ID not equal to null. Okay. That's it. ID not equal to null. I will click on done. I will click on save. And I will once again run this one. Okay. All right. So in the meanwhile, this is running. Let me make the changes for this, like filter lead source equal to web. Fine. Filter lead source equal to web, and here I can write filter lead sources. Okay. Now, with this thing done, and also let me check in the meanwhile if this ran successfully or not. Okay, this ran successfully. Now, what I can do is I can quickly save this and refresh it just to ensure I can see the preview section right now. Okay, let me refresh it. I saved it already. Okay. Also, maybe I can click on refresh previews. Okay, fine. It's not appearing. That is fine. We will continue with the process. So I have applied filter lead sources null. Okay. And the next step will be to go for the transform node. And here I will go for, let's say lead source. And I will just like lead source equal to web. Okay. So I will write over here new lead source. Fine. New lead source. And here also new lead source. This will be text, of course. And here I'm going to write web. Okay. Click on apply. That's it. And I will remove this lead source right now. So I will just go over here and I will click on drop column, and that is fine. I'm dropping the lead source. Okay. So that is completely fine. Now, of course, the next step is to append. So I will just append this to, okay. Yeah, ID, I don't need anything. Name will be, name and full name is completely fine. And new lead source and lead source is completely fine. I will click on apply. And the last part is basically to go for the update node, upsert node, sorry. So here it will be output connection. The connection name will Salesforce developer org. Okay. This will be contact. The operation will be upsert. Here, of course, the ID will be coming as it is, the ID. Okay. The name is fine. And I can click on apply. Okay. So here it is contact ID, and this will not be name. This will be actually last name. Okay. So this will be last name, and here I can write appropriately Upsert to external contact. Fine. Upsert to external contact. Okay. Append internal and external account. Append internal and external contact. Fine. And here I can just write creation of new lead source and dropping source lead. Okay. Yeah, everything is proper. I have the internal contact. Okay. And I have filtered for lead source equal to web from here. Fine. And similarly, I've taken external contact. I have actually filtered for lead sources none. That is fine. It's not coming up due to some issues, I guess. But after that, the append is done where ID is there. I have given the full name, the lead source, and finally, I have upserted. Okay, the upsert operation. This is the contact ID, the ID, last name, and lead source is going to get updated. So now I will just click on save and run from here. Okay, and of course, we will now monitor this one. So let me quickly go to monitor screen and we will very quickly just monitor this thing. Okay. So as you can see, this ran successfully. Now I will go to the data export. So here I can see 6 records. Okay. For lead source equal to web. And if I update this, you see I'm straight away getting 8 records. So 2 plus 3. Okay. So that means 2 records got updated, right? So there were 2 records which was updated to web, isn't it? And basically sorry, 3 records which got updated to it and 2 records which got transferred from my internal. So from here, I think I deleted that. Yeah, from yeah, this one, Sarah Brown and John Green. If you see, we get it over here, Sarah Brown and John. So yeah, that is about this one. I hope you got this, and yeah, let's meet very soon in our next.